You guessed it, guys, the day has come. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna make money on notion2anki. Miyazaki's on board. This train has no brakes. Let me get the Twitch dashboard here on the iPad. Nice. So, what is notion2anki? Well, you can go read the code on GitHub because it's open source, so please read the README. We made it for a reason. There's no point in me repeating anything. Just check out the README. So I came from a long run, 15k. I just had a small smoothie, which I refilled a bottle with water now. I had a banana and I had just a small slice of bread. Actually, it was a big slice of bread with something on top. And I have an ice bath here. I just put my feet into the ice bath. Ooh, feels good. So if you don't know what an ice bath is, this is what it looks like. Feet. This is what it looks like. This is what I have under the table right now. And it feels good. Let me put on a timer so I don't keep my feet for too long in the ice bath. So I'm gonna put on a timer for 15 minutes. So Miyazaki, do you have any brilliant ideas on how we can make money on open source software? Oh, this water is so delicious after being running for so long now. Oh, 15k feels good. So, also, by the way, how are you doing, Miyazaki? I'm gonna not be impolite. Let me ask you how you're doing. So, yeah. Let me know also if there's issues with the mic. I've had issues where I've forgotten to unmute the mic before, and I think the easiest thing to start with is just search how to make money on open source. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Successful open source projects. Business model, yeah. Donations is one way, but let's look at what other people are doing. We're going to research, we're going to science out of this thing. We're going to use science to figure out what people have done before. Like Linux is probably a good example, but let's click a few more links and then search for. How's the font, Miyazaki? Is it good? Can you read it? I'll just keep it this big, and we're gonna search for something. How does Linux make money? Let's figure that out first. It's not like I know some of the back history, so there is the Linux Foundation, but so Red Hat is a company which is successful at open source, but they're basically, I think they're selling consulting services. So they have their own distribution of Linux, which is for enterprise, and they're probably one of the biggest ones because they got bought by IBM for $1 billion or something, I think. Are you familiar with the Red Hat? They don't. No, I don't think they take donations. They're charging for their services, and they also actually have acquired lots of proprietary projects. Also, various startups, and I think they're used heavily in schools, universities, and places like that. Let's close up some of these tabs. No, RHEL is not open source, but Fedora is, and maybe no, I don't think. Let's see. There's a lot of projects from Red Hat that is open source, and they're actually also really good at contributing upstream. Like for example, a lot of Linux kernel developers are work for Red Hat. That's just you can look at the which companies are contributing to the kernel, but we don't need to dwell on that. Canonical is another one. They make Ubuntu. They are probably profitable. So it's possible to make money on open source. Yeah, so they're offering basically, the model is 1 free and 1 premium, right? And that reminds me very much like the iOS version of Anki, which is not free, proprietary, but the desktop software is free. CentOS. Is CentOS from... Is that from Red Hat? I thought that was from OpenSUSE, the OpenSUSE project. No, it is from... okay, it's from Red Hat, or compatible. So we're gonna go through lots of these links today. Greed is good. And here's another video. Let's check out that video. It sounds like someone is singing opera right next to my door. One of my neighbors. That's weird. So let's check out this video. So there's an advertisement. So yeah, support. What is this guy saying?
My friends at elementary have been able to hire Cassidy James Blade as a full-time employee. I hope I'm saying that right. Blade. So yeah, full disclosure, I consider Cassidy a friend, but he's also a patron of this channel. But even still, irrespective of that, that's huge news as far as I'm concerned. Elementary is one of the premier distros, featuring a gorgeous interface and a commitment to respecting user privacy. And now, after several years of volunteer work, Cassidy has been brought on board to assist with business administration, OS development.
This one looks interesting. Elementary OS, I think Mobile recommended me this distribution. So they have 285 patrons. So this is an example of what you were talking about with regards to the donation. They want to get $6,000. I like their really tight descriptions here. Sorry. Let's drop some links in the chat. Incoming link bomb. Yeah, you probably can't see my screen. Incoming link bomb from research. Have you tried using the Firefox developer browser? I think I like it. It's nice.
And working with OEMs, app developers, and...
Okay, here are more. Pippin! I think I know Pippin, or I don't know him personally, but I met him during a conference. Let's check out his... he's working on the GIMP project. And we're going to be opening so many links today, it's going to be crazy. Let's...
others to keep elementary solvent, and that's just fantastic. It's great for everyone, and I think this is an awesome opportunity to talk about some of the ways various open source profit, or free software makes money, is through donations. Many open source projects are backed by a nonprofit. Organizations like the Linux Foundation offer membership packages that give governance rights.
Okay, so they have membership packages. That's like Patreon, essentially, even though it's probably much more expensive.
High-tier members of the company, but membership also gives perks to individuals, including discounts on training courses and discounts on the cost of it.
Okay, so again, same as Patreon, you get benefits and like exclusivity, whatever it is. That's essentially the same as Patreon.
Attending events sponsored by the organization. One of the most common ways free software makes money is through donations. For example, Elementary OS and the GNOME Foundation both recently received large anonymous contributions that gave them the financial momentum to continue their great work. But they don't have to be large one-off contributions either. Many projects accept small donations from their users. Our Door is one of them, with a feature on their website to send them money from a credit card or through PayPal. And along the same lines as crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a viable option.
I think Kickstarter has been successful in that case. I think someone mentioned to me that there are other people in the Anki community who have updated plugins via Kickstarter, so they've been funded and then did the work. And there's also the famous Kickstarter what's it called? Toilet speech Fandango. I don't remember his name, but it's Grim Fandango. There, I found his name. Tim Schafer. Tim Schafer has a funny video. Have you seen it? Let's see. Tim Schafer Kickstarter. Yeah, I'm not gonna use Kickstarter, but I think this video is still super funny.
And he just kept sending advice to me. Over and over and over. I think the toilet one is my favorite.
I think this one is my favorite. Yeah. I have to, if we can find a high definition of this video, that would be awesome. I don't think this is only a 240p. We need a 1080p one. You can't see? What do you mean? Can't you see the video here? I'll drop the link in the chat.
Over.
Yeah, it's a cool one. So there are also other ones who are using PayPal, it seems. That's also something we are using. We have the Patreon, we have the PayPal, we have the GitHub. Yeah, one thing I could add. Oh yeah, could you hear the? I think my computer voice should go through. Yeah, I see. Let me add. I'm just gonna quickly create the issue on. Yeah, I think you're right. Donations. Okay, so how do we get more donations then? That's a question we need to figure out. Let's search. And we'll get back to that. So how do Red Hat Enterprise? We looked at Red Hat. They sell the distribution, services, and subscriptions. And it's legal to do that. So free as in free talk and not free lunch. You can distribute it for free, sell it, improve it, and do anything as long as you give the source code along with the executable, blah, blah. And you mentioned CentOS, yeah, right. So looks like you know a lot about this, Niyosaki. It's good that you're here and we're going through it. Training is interesting. So one thing I was considering is I could spend time on coaching developers. Like for example, either future developers who are currently computer science students, right? I could show them how they can become contributors on open source projects, and help them with their first steps. That's also a way, and it seems interesting, definitely. Like being a open source coach. Yeah, let's look at that. Open source coach. Is that something? Actually, it doesn't exist. There is coding coach, but there's no open source coach. What do you think about that, Niyazaki? Open source coach. Like your coach to help you become a contributor online. We need to keep that idea. A coach is basically someone who will help you with something you're trying to achieve, right? They will train you in that. So for example, I've been contributing to various open source things through the years. So I've been going through the basics, right? So those are covered. So I could maybe help someone who is new and wants to get started with open source, and then offer them private coaching, you know, help them one-on-ones. Let's see. Certification, okay, that's interesting. And these are all interesting. Oh yeah, the timer went off. Let me stop the timer. So we can take the feet out from the ice bath now. It's going to be really cold, but I got my towel ready. So did you understand the coaching idea, Niyazaki? So for example, let me show you an example. You have a stream coach, right? This is, let's see. That's not the one. An open source coach is someone who helps you become a better open source contributor, an open source developer, right? Your goal is to open source coach. We're creating the word, or the sentence. It's not. I don't think it exists. It's new. It's like being a mentor for you, essentially, open source coach. I like it. So she's teaching people how to become better streamers, right? So the value proposition I would have is like, I'm going to help you become a better open source contributor. So you'd essentially pay me to coach you. Let's see, stream. Community interaction is key. Yeah, do it for fun. Streaming is a marathon, not a race. So I think I'm explaining it poorly. I think a video is gonna play now in the background here. Yeah, we don't want something that alienates the community. Yeah, and also charging too soon is not good. Okay. Yeah, the community should have a life of its own. These are all valid points. Support contracts. Simbra, what is Is that like a Google Apps alternative? Have you heard about this tool before? I'll get back to the coaching stuff and explain it much better, maybe in a video or something. Just I don't have the proper words for it right now. I don't think I've heard about this project. Might have seen, maybe they've rebranded. Let's check out their advertisement. Do they have an ad here?
Our cloud offering provides integrations with some of the most common business apps, including Dropbox and Slack. You control what integrations are active for each customer. Customers can see which integrations they have in Settings, Add-ons, or you may already see the integrations here. Click to enable the Slack integration. Click the Sign In to Workspace button and click Allow. Because I'm already logged into my Slack account, no verification steps were needed. Now click Dropbox integration. Click Activate. Again, I'm already logged into my Dropbox personal account, so no verification was needed. Click Save. Now, using the integrations is easy and intuitive. Hover over a user's name in Mail or Contacts, and you will see their availability if they have a Slack account. Click Slack to chat with the user.
That's nice. I like that feature.
To start a Slack conversation. The Dropbox integration works in a few ways. First, you can add files or file links directly from your Dropbox account. Second, if you try to add a
I'm gonna
file
drop this link to the...
you are prompted to attach via a Dropbox link. 2 clicks, and there it is, a link to the file in your Dropbox account. Last, you can save attachments you received directly to your Dropbox account. It's that simple to use your most important business apps.
Looks like Dropbox is popular. Yeah. Let's check out their channel just to look closer at them. Interesting. So they have one simple collaboration. That's probably their main product. It's a lot of view counts, yeah. When was the last time they created a video? That's interesting to know. 4 weeks ago. That's 1 hour. Yeah, we're not gonna watch that. Not gonna happen. So, let's see. So what they're saying. Again, Miyazaki donations. This guy has a valid point. We have to find more people like him who are willing to donate dozens of employees worth of salaries to us. Similarly to premium. DAS? What is DAS? I've never heard about that before. Data as a service. Okay, I see. That is something that's new for me. I've learned something new today. Yeah, you can make money with the project, that's right. So the code isn't really worth that much. So we have to be able to sell something else, right? Because the code is in public, right? So the question is, what are we selling? So that's why I was thinking about the coaching stuff. Like if we can coach other people into becoming better open source developers, that's like taking time to learn about how do you become a better open source developer, or how are you able to contribute effectively, and then teach that, then sell individualized coaching. Then basically what you're selling is your time, and that cannot be copied easily, right? Miyazaki, what do you think? So I think that can't be copied easily because that requires expertise and experience. You actually have to have contributed and worked on an open source project, right? And for me, that, at least that's the case. So what do you mean how to find lucrative projects? Data as a service. Ah, okay, so this is like, I see, this could be API, like a API gateway offering some data to specific things. Or is that what they mean? I'll drop more links. Like, for example, one thing I was thinking about with regards to an API is flashcard creation. But the thing is that anyone could set that up, so we could offer. Let's see. I'm just thinking. I have to write a note down on that. Services offer API to developers for generating flashcards. There. That's an idea. Thanks, Miyazaki. That was actually. I have to explore that. I don't know. Let's see. Brand value build. I just have to fix my towel here, which is getting connected to my chair. The chair has some wheels. Miyazaki, could you please elaborate on the open API stuff? Do you have an example? Maybe we can look at some website where you've seen it being done. I'd love to get a better understanding. For me personally, the freemium model doesn't really work. I would prefer to try as hard as possible to make everything open public. If not, then at least consider providing mobile apps which that provide some kind of value to the users. Yeah, do you have a good example that we can look at? I can search for, let's see, we'll drop, what's it called? Let's see. API access price. Like, for example, one I can come up with is Forvo. Forvo. Yeah, okay. Let's look at that one. Thanks. So the Open Weather API. So what's the pricing? So they sell. Okay, I see. Interesting. Yeah, this is a way, but the thing is that we don't, in notion2anki at least, we don't save the user data. And the issue is copyright. Copyright is a real problem. We don't want to get tangled up in copyright. Most of our users are in America, so we don't want to deal with the copyright problems. And if we sell content or API stuff, I think we can offer to offload card generation and some heavy processing, but content in itself is really scary. I don't want to hire a lawyer, but I think it's interesting, definitely. So let's take this and then drop it in the chat here. And let's go through sell value added enhancements. I like that. Yeah, so this sell your expertise would go under the coaching stuff, right? Or selling your time, essentially. Sell binaries, that's not relevant. Our app is a web application. We could write a better Anki manual, that is possible. Sponsorship and grants. Grants is interesting. Let's look at that. In Norway we have something called legathåndboken. So you can look at that. I'm gonna search for free software in Norwegian, fri programvare. That didn't show anything. How about programvare? The Bergen Prefecture. Some assistant for art and cultural activities. Yeah, this is for professional athletes. No technical stuff. No coding. No. Oh wait. Let's search for study. Maybe we could fall in the under study. Endeavor Awards the stipend. Let's search for research. No, I don't see one. Yeah, let me check out the link. So there's nothing more here, I think. But this is actually interesting because Ghost is open source, right? 100%. And that's actually good that you mentioned Miyazaki, because I've been using this project for several sites just for prototyping mainly. I haven't actually used it for a really long time, but just experimented. And before it was only content. I wanted a better way to write for writers. So basically they're making it simpler, right? And you have flat fees, so $29. I like their pricing scheme. That one is nice. So, but that's essentially they're taking the open source software and they have a SaaS app. But do they have a pro feature or like? Okay, sorry, I can see it. Let me read this. So what you get is a certificate, content delivery network. Yeah, so the subscribers and then the page views essentially. And you're contributing to open source. Yeah, I love it. This is nice. We definitely have to review this site some more, right? This is a good suggestion. And also the pricing tier is we could offer SaaS version of notion2anki, which has user credential stuff, because right now you can use the site anonymously. Like one thing that might be interesting is multiple people working on the same deck, or data syncing, or whatever we're gonna call it. I'm just gonna note that down. What's a deck library? Do you mean like a collection of decks, or because that goes under the content? Then we're yeah, okay, I see. So you're basically, yeah, that's actually, let me write that down. So that way you could have subjects like all the countries in the world, or all the cities in a country. So this is nice. We don't have so much time. We're gonna try to go through most of them. Bug bounty program. That's actually a very interesting one, but whoa, the sums are really interesting. Look at it. $5,000, $10,000, $3,000. $150,000. Yep. This, we know where we can get the money, Niyosaki. This is where the actual money is. If we want to make money, we know we have to become hunters and hunt bugs on prolific open source projects. Support, we talked about that. Yeah, so creating a video course is definitely something, right? Have you tried, or have you actually bought courses there? I use Skillshare personally, but let's see. It's also possible to write sponsored content. Donations. We keep getting back to donations. This sounds interesting, taking donations to next. Yeah, in your dreams. I don't know any C# to be honest. It looks like JavaScript to me, honest, or TypeScript really. But the only place I know it from is some .NET applications where I was adding support for a iOS app, and Unity used to. No, actually, Unity before had support for JavaScript. I think they only have support for C# now. You can no longer pick, right? How is it going with your continuous integration CI project? Yeah. So this message here is so important, we're gonna bookmark this thing here. Notion. Hopefully I can log in. And just need to confirm the two-factor authentication on my other device here. Ghost publish, what is that? You have to make a better readme. I'm not... Okay, so it publishes post. A screenshot would be nice that shows it in action. And also you should... If you want people to discover the project, I'd recommend adding a proper description here. Even yeah, proper description here, a one-liner, and then you can use tags. Let me show you how my project is documented. So you can see, I'm gonna give you some free open source coaching, Miyazaki. Here you can see on the side, you can have tags when you're describing your GitHub project. So you see, for example, let's see, my project here has lots of tags, right? Yeah, a VS Code extension for publishing to go. So you can put that on the About section, and then you can add the tags and then add more text. Because one thing, when people search for projects on GitHub, they can discover you up here, for example. When they write Ghost VS Code, it's going to use the metadata you provide, right? Here is a VS Code like Ghost blog team. They don't. Here's an online demo of it. That doesn't work. Yeah. Apache Critical 3000. This is a lot. Bug bounty seems to be a very lucrative business. Have you ever fixed bug bounty bugs? This project has been around for a really long time. I've used it. Yeah, you probably have to do a lot of reverse engineering and stuff like that. Support. Git also accepts donation. So they're a part of this project. Let's see. This one sounds interesting. I think I'm gonna also bookmark this one for later, so we'll read it. Okay, so we're gonna go through some of these links fast. Yeah, I definitely have that checked. Greed is good. What an interesting title. I really hate these kinds of things, so I'm gonna close the tab. This is interesting, Canvas. WordPress is actually also interesting to look at. How are they making money? Yeah, Godot is interesting. This is one of my inspirations for open source this year. Evan is really doing great work with Vue. Yeah, that's a really selling point. I also have to make a good selling argument. More links in the chat. We're trying to figure out how to make money on open source mobile. Miyazaki has been helping me. He has summarized it. The best thing is donations, but we are still researching we're trying to science it. Figure out how we can break it or make it. So it looks like the most lucrative thing mobile is becoming Android Android bug bounty hunter to cash in on these. Can you see them? I dropped the link in the chat. So mobile, do you want to become a bug bounty hunter? Google is offering a lot of money for yeah. Yeah, it's probably too much hacking. Moodle, I've seen Moodle before. So what we're doing in now mobile is just we're looking at other open source projects and what they're doing. So we just search for a lot of random links. That's actually interesting. Run, not necessarily totally random. I just search for how to make money on open source, and then I just click through. Here you can see they're already marked because we opened them up in tabs. But if you make an app for searching randomly or presenting random links from Google, I can definitely try that out. How is it going with your projects, mobile? Are you commit.zone or some of the other ones? Nice. Please drop a link in the chat. I haven't heard anything about the new Pi. Let's see. Do you have any projects in mind for it? We looked at Godot also, or oh, they've reached $15,000. That's nice. Oh no, they're still on. Okay, I think they were at 12K last time we checked. So the Godot people are definitely successful. We have to figure out what they're doing. Hmm. Hmm. It's very interesting. They've definitely done it. We have to, and they just have 8 posts. This is ridiculous. These people are successful. Oh wait, they have 100 posts. Oh, the posts are public, I see. So the 8 last posts are private, but everything else before that is public. I have to read up on these guys and study them. They're obviously doing the right things. Are you sending them any money, mobile? They have 7 levels, so thank you. Thank you. And even, okay, the benefits are even in the title. We have to analyze this. Yes, you're right, mobile. We can't just overanalyze it. We have to do something. Yeah, you're right, mobile. Let's do it. Let's take inspiration from these guys and make changes. Yeah, let's do it. Mobile is right. We can't just. Yesterday we said tomorrow. Let me fix the Twitch overlay so we can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. It's gonna take a moment, guys. Please be patient with me. Please be patient. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to resize the Firefox window because Twitch Studio is still fairly new to me. I'm learning, challenging my limits here. Let me try to share. Let's see. We're gonna say Google Chrome. Google Chrome. I'm gonna fix the alignment. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. There, bam. And then we're gonna analyze. We're gonna make changes, not analyze. We're done with analyzing. We're just gonna make changes. Let's see. So, edit your page. Let's see, tiers. So, okay, let me fix the windows. I almost have it done. Almost. Okay, can you guys see, or is it still weird? Let me try again. Okay, how about now? Can you see the both of the windows? The goal is definitely funny. There, I think we got it now. Fantastic. We're gonna make the changes directly here live on Twitch. So let's take some inspiration from the Go.developers here. It looks like no, I don't want to analyze. I want to make changes. Yeah, just want to do it right away. That's also yeah. I can't copy them straight up. That's bad. I'm just gonna, yeah, I don't want to copy them straight. That's monthly phone call. Monthly check-in. What do you think about that? This title, monthly check-in. I'll help you challenge your limits. Yeah, I'll help you challenge your limits. I'll help you challenge. Okay, so monthly check-in. You will get exclusive access to me on a monthly call where we can talk about whatever you want for 15 minutes. I'll help you challenge your limits. What do you think about that, Mobile? We need to reword the second one. Miyazaki, do you have any proposals for the second one? Extra coaching? How about if we call this double monthly check-in? Double monthly check-in. You will receive exclusive access to fantastic, Mobile. Let's call that dual. Who knows what it means, but it sounds good. We'll change it to that. You will receive exclusive access to 2 monthly. Let's have an emoji in here so it's clear. 2 finger No, there's no two finger. Okay. You will receive exclusive access to. Ah, how about bi-weekly check-in? Let's call it, because that's going to be 2 times per week. What do you think, Mobile? Bi-weekly check-in. I like that better. Bi-weekly check-in. Bi-weekly, not every week, every second week. Bi-weekly. So it means 2 times per month. We have four weeks. Bi-weekly is 2. Yeah. Semi-weekly. Yeah, let's call it semi-weekly. Okay, so how about semi-weekly? Is that confusing? Semi-weekly. Yeah, but okay, so okay, but how about propose something, guys? Like the idea is like you get to talk with me for 40 minutes. Because Miyazaki was here protecting me against the mob. I'll give you Miyazaki. Can you make him mod? Let's see. Bam! Congratulations to Mobile for becoming a mod. We have to give you a shout out on Discord. Nice. Congrats. Okay, let's figure out the name. Long check-in doesn't sound good. If I say long check-in. Long check-in. Let's take a look at long check-in. So we have a monthly check-in. We have a long check-in. Long check-in. The birds, you mean, or the titles? I have to figure out something. Okay, so what's a better proposal than? So the student one is obvious. You're a student. You can't afford that much, so you pay $2 per month if you can afford it. Student check-in. Let's try that. Student check-in. Yes. Student check-in. Monthly check-in. Let's change this to 40 minutes check-in. Or how about just 40-min check-in? Like that. I don't know. Is long better than 40-min? 40-min check-in. Let's look at the Go dot, guys. So, student check-in. How about 20 minutes for every second week? 20 minutes, Mobile. Yeah. So it's for the students who really want to challenge themselves. You're already supporting me on GitHub sponsors. Thank you very much. So, let's see. Thank you for your support. You will be rewarded with the following benefits. Let's move that there. We're going to replace the comma with the emoji. Yeah, we need new titles, I totally agree. I have to revamp it. Teach me. That's the title. I'm not saying teach me, but the title is teach me. I think we're gonna call this extra check-in. Let's just go with the flow. We don't have any better names in this. Muted, Discord reported. Interesting. That's actually a real. That's actually real, you know. There are gym memberships and stuff like that. People who pay a lot and never show up. Daily follow-up from me on weekdays, and I will with what? I'm not sure. See you soon, mobile. Daily follow. I have to reword Patreon, but we're getting there. So the Godot people are doing some cool stuff. We can definitely get back to that. And I'll bookmark it in Notion, so I have it for later. So we're gonna go through the remaining links. Vue is amazing. It's definitely have like a heavy inspiration. Let's see. So support, we've covered that. Features, customizing the code, we don't want to do that necessarily, but a potential private version of notion2anki for schools would be interesting.
PCS3 project is one very high-profile.
Let's look at the video again.
The emulator has 851 patrons as of the time of this video, and they have, from what I can tell, 2 full-time developers who make their living from the Patreon campaign. There are so many other deserving people on Patreon too. I mean, I support a developer of GIMP, and there are other guys like Ryan Nicholas Gordon and my pal Cheeseness, and you can support any of them. There are links in the description. You have companies like Canonical, which were started by a well-off private benefactor. In the case of Canonical, Mark Shuttleworth funded the initial development of Ubuntu and the rest of Canonical's early endeavors. But that's not to say that Shuttleworth is the only source of income, which brings me to my next point. Canonical makes money from selling support. They directly support Ubuntu for OEMs and also create plans for deployment with companies looking to integrate free software into their enterprise space. There are many other kinds of services a FOSS organization can offer as well. The Linux Foundation offers legal advice when it comes to open source and licensing. Others offer training on the software they produce. And there are even cloud and IoT services that provide basic or even customized solutions for a client's needs. The pay what you want model was adopted from the gaming world, where the Humble Indie Bundle offered a bunch of games for a low customizable price. A while ago, the Elementary OS team made waves by introducing a pay what you want button to their website. You can choose to support the OS with a small contribution or download Elementary for free. It's up to you. And you know, it seemed to do well, with a few other distros copying this method of funding on their own sites. Some open source projects rely on feature requests to fund their development. A great example of this is OpenRA, which is inarguably one of the greatest FOSS games of all time. Since the project relies on copyrighted assets, the team has decided that the best way that they can support the project is by making money on what they've created, the code. If you want to help the development of OpenRA along, you can place a bounty on a feature that you want to see implemented. And when it's completed, they receive that bounty. It's an intriguing way to pay for the project's development. If you're a coder, then there's a good chance that you live and breathe programming. You work your day job writing software and then go home to work on your personal coding projects. I know that's the case for myself. So let's say that you've got some talent and you've built a useful software tool that helps you port other software over to Linux. The tool is free and open source, and you find yourself getting contract work to use the tools you've built to help bring other software to the Linux world. This contract work then allows you to improve the tools you've built in order for you to do your job, thus securing funding for yourself and your projects. And this isn't just a hypothetical. I mean, guys like Ethan Lee have done just this thing, creating the FNA framework, which is a free implementation of Microsoft's XNA game development libraries. Since creating this framework, he's been able to port a bunch of excellent games like Bastion, Fez, and others over to Linux, all the while improving his own open source project. Believe it or not, for years, Linus Torvalds performed his Linux kernel duties while working full-time for Transmeta Corporation. In fact, many developers use their full-time jobs as a way to improve their own open source projects. I mean, I've been known to do that, and there's a good chance that if you build something useful, you can probably find a job improving your software too. Sometimes projects are developed as free software while also being part of a larger ecosystem, sometimes with proprietary extensions, as is the case with Wine and Crossover. So the way that works is Wine is the open source project that's developed by code readers as a base for their product Crossover.
Whoa.
Other times things are done as a collaborative effort between parallel.
I haven't used Wine in years. I've been using it for playing Windows games on Mac, but yeah. It's a nice process.
Is Elementary's App Center and System 76's Pop Shop, where System 76 helped fund the development of App Center and then forked it to create Pop Shop for Pop OS. And damn, did we just come full circle? Okay, I want to congratulate Cassidy and Elementary OS. This is great news, and I can't wait to see what you guys achieve going forward. And I guess, well, that's it for now. What do you think? Did I miss a method that open source projects use to make money? Leave me a comment and let me know, or hit me up on Twitter at @TheLinuxGamer. If you believe in the work that I do, you can support the show with a monthly contribution over on Patreon, or you can pick up a t-shirt over on
Let's look at his Patreon and study it.
You wouldn't use a hammer like this. So why would you use a PC like this? Sure, you might accomplish what you're trying to do, but there's a much easier way. The answer to your PC troubles is Linux. Hi, my name is Gardner, and I run this here YouTube channel. I talk about Linuxy things, free and open source things, video game things, comedy things, and a whole lot more. Feel free to take a moment and check out some of my stuff. And if you're intrigued by what you see, make sure you mash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest content. I post videos Mondays and Fridays, and you don't want to miss out on all the fun, do you? Technology, Linux, gaming, the Linux Gamer.
I'm gonna review this video later. Or I mean the channel. I like his structure on the channel, it looks nice. And also it's very clear when he's publishing videos, that's good. No ambiguity. Let's see. 113 patrons. All of the posts are locked. Base 2. Assembly. Hyper. Nice. Looks like everyone has bullet points. Let's try that. There. I wanna look at how that looks like. And mobile didn't like the word call, so we'll change it to check-in. Check-in. There. Monthly check-in. We're going to review. Previous benefits. So It's good that this is limited to 10 people, so I can actually do it. There. This one is a little bit messy. There. Let's make this one also more compact. I'm discarding it through blah blah. This is repeated. We can see that. We don't need it. Tier image is from page. No, it's from Wikipedia, not Patreon. Yeah, I think that's. Now we're getting closer. It's not perfect. We need to polish it even more. And the names. Let's change this to sponsor instead. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Okay, so let's close up this. We're gonna start wrapping up soon. Yeah, so here is something we're searching for, how to get more donations, because it looks like the approach is donations. That's, yeah, I think that's the way to go. Create great content and stories. This looks like an interesting post to read, so I'm going to bookmark it in Notion and then get back to it later and close that up. Yet another video. Let's watch this video.
If you're looking to boost donations for your organization, here are 3 types of campaigns that are super simple and effective to set up for your organization. Number 1, text message campaign. So people actually check their phones about 85 times a day, and the simplest way to get attention in someone's phone is simply send them a text message. So write a little blurb about your donation campaign, ask them for a donation, and then include a link back to your donation page on your website where someone can easily donate online. You just want to send this message as a mass text to all of your members. It's very simple to do this. There are a number of providers that can help you do this, and there's some that even allow your donors to simply send you a donation by texting back, so it's very easy to set up. Number 2, good old snail mail. So believe it or not, snail mail is still an effective way to receive donations for your organization.
This doesn't sound good.
13% of your past donors.
Let's just close that up. It sounds horrible advice for us. Close that up. I want to read this post too. I'll bookmark that for you. This also looks like an interesting post. And I didn't bookmark it. Let me save the page. I keep saying bookmark, but I mean saving the page. Oh, this. Nicotina is creating a PS3 emulator. Also looks good. And he really... He's almost reached his goal. Cool. And I think I've met him in a conference before. I think he's a digital nomad, right? But he's from Norway, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Pippin. Some travel and entertainment, definitely digital nomad. Nice, all of his posts are public. Cool. Yeah, definitely I don't understand this, but graphics is definitely interesting. Wait, let's look at his tier name. Supporter, tanks, sneak peeks and more. Institution. Yes. I give you, oh, this one, $100. Maybe I should do that too. Let's actually, what do you think about that, MOBA? That's a really, that's not something I would have considered. I scold you once a month at a time if you're choosing about being more flashy. I like this guy. Let's drop his Discord in the chat. Name in the SDL book. Seems like a cool person. The In Club. Name. So cool. Ryan seems like a cool person. Like it. I'll have to check it out. What's this?
Hi, my name's Cheese, and I have a passion for making and writing about games. Over the past couple of years, it's become clear to me that if the stuff I create is going to go anywhere, I need to dedicate a lot more time to it. Starting today, I'm rebalancing my life to focus on creating...
Sorry, Cheese, I'm tired. I can look at this some other time, thanks. Open, alright. Yeah, this is also something I've been thinking about. Another approach we could do is we could sell merchandise for notion2anki. T-shirts, you know. Let's see. Xenodac, no. This guy. Yeah, we've looked at elementary. Yeah, selling physical goods, merchandise, manuals, blah blah blah. Those, yeah, hardware is also something. What's some? Let's actually search. What's a memory device? A memory device. Is there any physical? No. This Memory device mnemonic. No, hardware for memorization. Human memorization. This is gonna sound weird. Yeah, I don't think I can search. I have to think. Maybe there. Oh, that's interesting. The history of. This is actually an interesting page. Let's drop a link in the chat. Raven DB. That seems interesting. Now I'll have to check out this post later. I think this concludes our research. The donation seems to be the way to go. And we can come back to these other pages later. So yeah. Let's go through all the tabs and then close up. That sounds interesting. Projects aren't products. So the software, I think Miyazaki was pointing out this earlier. The code in itself does not provide any value. I haven't read the article, of course, but I think that's the summary of it. Wait, this page looks interesting. Let's drop this too. And bam. Wait, what's this? Is it the paper? Yeah, I think I can download this paper and then read it later. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and this is what we're doing. If I can point in the right direction. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the like button, smash it, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and thanks for all the help, Miyazaki and Mobile. I'm gonna meditate, and we're gonna figure this out. Thanks. Ciao.